Welcome to the cradle of quarterbacks, Ross-Ade Stadium in West Lafayette, Indiana, home to the Purdue Boilermakers, where the black and gold hoping to boiler up in this one. As we wind our way toward the end of another college football season, one of the grand traditions is paying tribute and respect to those who have just poured their souls into the success of this program and honor the seniors on Senior Day. As we'll see the #1 team in the country, the Indiana Hoosiers, taking on a fellow Big Ten foe, the Purdue Boilermakers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Hoosiers will put toe to leather and we'll get started. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. The Boilermakers offense takes the field to start this game off. It is mostly the hardwood that's part of the sporting lore in the Hoosier State, but when these two square off like they're about to do, it's all about the old oaken bucket.
It's all about the old oaken bucket is right. You get that trophy at the end of the game, and you get to hold it up, and you get to celebrate and keep it for a year. So obviously, trophy bragging rights on the line.
The old oaken bucket, man. I just feel like more is on the line. David, you said it, when there's a trophy.
And the pressure gets there, and down he goes at the 18. How about this DB turning on the Jets and getting the first sack of the game for this defense?
And that is how you come from the secondary with authority. Come with some speed, some vitriol, some hate. Just get to the quarterback, get him on the ground. Nice job by the secondary getting to the quarterback.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Getting some heat. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
Man, you talk all week about setting the tone, quieting this crowd. Don't let him get involved. You know how you do that? Get a sack and force a punt on the first possession of the football game. That's a heck of a start for this defense.
The Boilermakers will line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Makes a move. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. The Hoosiers offense will try to get something started with their first possession. As we take a look at our impact players for this game, David, what do you look for to make an impact from your leaders?
Your leaders not only have to lead the football team, but they got to step up and make plays on the field, keep everybody calm. These guys typically do a really good job at it.
Yeah, David, and they also generally set the tone for their respective football teams. Regardless of which side of the ball they play on, the teammates look towards them to step up in big games like this.
And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play. Back to pass, it's Coy. Feeling some heat. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
Quarterback sacks is a trend that this offense would like to put an end to pretty quick. Somehow they were able to win their last game out, even though they gave up 4 sacks in that one. That was a huge point of emphasis for this coaching staff. And here early in this one, first quarter, they've now already given up 1.
And how about this? They're going to send the kicker out there to try to put a thunderfoot into one. Well, players don't really like kickers, but if this guy bangs through this 60-yarder, he'll be the toast of the team. And he missed it. No good. And the score will stay right where it is after that miss. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Quickly to the tight end. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. The Boilermakers want to crank the tempo. On third down, he drops to throw. Trying to make magic with his feet. And couldn't quite find the crevice he needed to pick up the first down. The Boilermakers will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Bringing it back, it's Thorne. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. A first down for the offense. Here's the give off the left side. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Dropping back, it's Hood. He's got the tight end. And there's going to be a loss on that play, just one out of bounds and avoiding the contact. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. He'll try to do it himself. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. And the Hoosiers will punt this one away. Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. He'll start this drive firing. Throws to the wideout. And the pass is incomplete, but it might not matter. Flag is down, and it looked as if the defense was roughing up that receiver.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. You simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
They'll try it over the left side. Runs through the tackle. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9. Went to the running game on first down. Now here they come again. This rivalry dates back to 1891, and you want to know how important the old Oaken bucket is? When Lee Corso won it for the first time, he slept with the bucket.
There are NFL players that don't sleep with the Lombardi trophy, so that just shows you how important this trophy is to these two teams.
Well, it shows you how awesome Lee Corso is, too, because he's also the guy that, when he had a lead on Ohio State, called a timeout, brought all of his players on the field, and took a picture in front of it saying Indiana was beating Ohio State.
And the Boilermakers line up to punt it away. Make sure that there's not going to be a return on this one. Ball's out of bounds, and I think they'll mark it right around the 25. Off play action on first down. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding. 2nd down coming up. Scanning the field, it's Hood trying to get to him. He'll pull it down and run. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The inside handoff. At midfield, he's got room. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38. The Hoosiers will hustle to the line.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to stop this guy. They better rally to the football and get multiple hats because he is not easy to bring down.
Indiana won in a nail-biter the last time they faced Purdue.
And the Hoosiers did such a great job in the closing moments of that game. And a rivalry game to keep your composure and finish like they did a year ago. It was very impressive.
And you got to give Indiana credit, too, because they're not only just focused on Ohio State or Michigan or Penn State. They got up and they got ready for an in-state rivalry game, and they looked good against Purdue.
And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit. And the Hoosiers come to the line with a new set of downs. The give to the back. Finally stopped at the 20-yard line after a pickup of 6. Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. On the option. He'll pitch it. And they'll ride him down, but not before he picked up the first down. And how about the timing on that pitch? On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Turning to the running game on 1st and goal. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple as they get set to snap it just about to reach the end of the quarter. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start.
False start on offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Tries again to get it in. Got enough space, and he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Hoosiers! They can use this first score to sort of set the tone, guys, in this rivalry matchup.
Man, doesn't this feel good to come out, score early, get the crowd involved, get the nerves out of the way, Palmer, when you're playing in a big rivalry game?
Yeah, and I feel like momentum's always a big thing in any game, but in rivalry games, it's that much more important because everybody is going to feed off that first score now.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. So it's an 80-yard drive, and the capper came on the run to the end zone from the 13. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee, and they'll bring it to the 25. They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. From the gun, running back on the move. And he's able to pick up a few yards as we reach the end of the first quarter. Clock strikes 0 here in the quarter, and Indiana is on top. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. Now the play fake. Finds his tight end. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down. The Boilermakers headed quickly to the line.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. I think a big part of this for young quarterbacks out there is if you're going to be throwing into zone coverage, you got to throw on time. You can't stare down receivers because the entire defense has their eyes on you, so you can't telegraph where the ball's going. You've got to hold it to the very last possible second. Try to freeze defenders with your eyes, and then throw the ball into open areas of the field, anticipating where your guy's going to be.
They get him on the ground, but it's a first down. The Boilermakers are on the move.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. The biggest key there is the quarterback understanding that A, it's zone, but B, what kind of zone is it? Is it one high safety? Is it two high safeties? And then you know instinctively where your best throw, where your highest percentage completion is based on what type of zone coverage it's going to be.
And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. He's looking to throw. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster. The Boilermakers will bring the punt team onto the field. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. The ball hits at the 5, and it'll go into the end zone for a touchback. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. That running game was impressive, taking them right down for a touchdown last time, David.
Yeah, just mauling. No secret play calls, just simply we are more physical than you, and we're pounding the football right at you.
So if you're on offense this next drive, take a look at their safeties and see if they're creeping up into the box. Because of your success running the football, this might be time to take a shot down the field and play action.
Hold it. Offense.
Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Back to throw, it's good. It's complete on the right side. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. The give to the tailback. Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 33. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. He'll do it himself. Got the first down and more. And it is a chunk play. A huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end.
Well, this is one of the fastest quarterbacks in college football, and that's why the option's a good idea. Because if he can get out in space and he gets a chance to get downfield, he is really difficult to tackle, and he's very difficult to catch. As you saw in that last play, getting a first down.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Makes the grab. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Hoosiers getting set on 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. That's caught. It's thrown. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
My goodness, this offense has got it rolling. They might put up a 50-burger. This defense, they don't have any answers right now. They're going to have to figure something out.
They've hit him with back-to-back chunk plays. Now it's 1st and goal. They'll run the option. He'll toss it. And the defense sold out to stop the run, and they do here on 1st down. And the D deny them on 2nd and goal. They're going to run it. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Indiana! Look, it's still early, but we have some real distance being put on the scoreboard right now.
You do. It's early, but you got to find something positive. Right now, everything going in the other direction. So how are you going to respond when you've been hitting the mouth early in this football game? Got to find something positive quick.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. Alabama is on top, but it's not like Tua or Jalen Hurts or even Ken Stabler are playing quarterback, which is why they can't pull away. They're up by 7 over Auburn. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere.
All season long, we've been watching this defense dominate against the run. They're the #1 rush defense in the entire country. With a big lead in this game, you cannot run the ball and expect to win and get back in it.
And the Boilermakers want to pick up the tempo. Takes it from the gun on 3rd down. Pressure coming. Just had to get rid of that one to save the yardage on 3rd down. The Boilermakers decide to punt it away. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. They'll give it to the back. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. The give from the gun. A strong tackle and wrap-up from the junior. Come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and short. Wants to throw. It's good. Fires to the wideout. A strike downfield. And he's brought down after a huge completion. An explosive play takes him right outside the red zone, and they've got it 1st and 10.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
Flips it out in the flat. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A-game.
Got some room in it to the goal line. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there. He's looking to pass. Quarterback moving. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Hoosiers! This guy is so slippery, so elusive. He just vaporizes right in front of the defense.
It's crazy. You can play touch football in an elevator and lose to this guy. He's that kind of quick.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of the defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
The give on the counter. Dances away from one. What a good run there. He has enough for the first down. The Boilermakers in the hurry-up.
Well, with the weapons this offense has, you knew it was just a matter of time in the run game before someone was going to break a long one. They'd just been running into a wall. They just couldn't seem to find their creases and get enough movement up front, but they finally got it there, picking up the first. Let's see what happens next.
Now on second down after the incompletion. He'll keep it himself. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Looking to throw. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. The Boilermakers will punt it away on fourth down. And these guys have been busy. Sixth punt of the day. No return coming here. Fair catch is signaled for and made just shy of the 30. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. From the gun, the running back has it. Pretty good job of running to get two there to the 32. As we reach the 2-minute warning, they'll need to try to get a stop to keep this thing from getting out of hand. Dumps it to the back. Good timing on the quick out. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down. New set of downs after that completion. To the air on first down. Forced out of the pocket. Still on his feet at the 45. A really nice run and gain, and he gets down to avoid taking punishment. Trying to find his man on first down. He's got an open man. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Indiana!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. They'll throw it on first down. Unloads to the wideout. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Wants to fire on second down. Working that left side now. And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Wants to throw on first down. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. They get him at the 42, but he picked up 10 there. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Fires to the big fella. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. Looking to move it through the air. Coming after it. And the freshman will chalk up a sack. And the Boilermakers racing to the line in a hurry-up. Dialing up a second down pass play. That one never had a chance. Incomplete. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. He'll take a deep shot here. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. The Boilermakers send out the punt unit. He'll call for the fair catch here. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. Now you find out just how much of a gunslinger you are. Will you roll the dice here late in the half, David?
And you know the defense is going to be really, really conservative, so I think it's an opportunity to be able to take a shot, see how much of a chunk you can get before then you decide really, Jesse, how you want to finish the half.
Just can't turn it over and throw a pick if you're the quarterback here. You have got to be so smart if you're going to be aggressive with your decision making.
That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, from West Lafayette to Bloomington, there are some feisty folks and some emotional fan bases in this always contentious battle between the Hoosiers and Boilermakers. And we've got to start our halftime breakdown with this superstar running back. His elusiveness, his raw power. This young man is the total package. And his ability to catch the ball out of the backfield is a differentiator. A lot of guys can hit the hole. This kid can hit the hole and hit the home run in the passing game. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how the fight between Purdue and Indiana plays out.
Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he had just taken a knee in the end zone. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Caught in the backfield, it's Wade. And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give to the left side. And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the 1st down. And the Hoosiers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback will audible. Might as well give it to him again. And he's almost to that 1st down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the 1st down. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains. He now has 85 yards on the ground, and that's just another routine day for this guy who's been among the nation's leaders in rushing all season long. The lost yardage leaves him with 2nd and 11. Softened him up with a run, and now to throw. Good quickness to grab it off the deflection. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the 1st down. Offense has it at the 28 on 1st down. To the air, it's Hood. Looking for the end zone. And they won't make the connection, going for the big play. 2nd down after that incompletion. He's looking to throw. It's complete. Touchdown, Hoosiers! And the beatdown has ensued. The Hoosiers are taking control of this game against the Boilers.
IU speeding away now. You can feel the momentum shifting towards Indiana's sideline. Purdue's got to do something now to get some of that back.
Oh, they can feel the bucket in their hands already. The rivalry game, they've done a great job handling their emotion, taking the lead. Now they just got to finish.
Lining up for the PAT. And they tack on the extra point for a 35-0 lead. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
35, Purdue, 0.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, This offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-what.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
Right down the middle. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down. The Boilermakers will send out the punt unit. Kicks it high, and it's just hanging there as if it has helium in it and floating down toward the earth. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. Here comes the offense on first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. And they got him. He'll get him down for the sack.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
The first down sack pushes the ball back for this long second down. Back to pass, it's Hood. Skips away from pressure. At the 45 on his way. And after the huge scramble, he slides and gets down. Terrific run to get out of trouble.
This guy just gives you nightmares. I mean, he's just got so much electricity. He just pulls it down and chews up yards like it's nothing. That's a quarterback. A quarterback doing that to your defense.
Well, this offense came into the game knowing they wanted to be physical. They wanted to establish the line of scrimmage, and they're running downhill right at this defense, and they're churning out positive yardage early.
Grabbed behind the line, it's Wade. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down. The Hoosiers are moving quickly down the field. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Dropped after a pickup of 4 down to the 16. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. He's looking to throw. Makes the grab. It's Thorne. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, and they've got it 1st and goal. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. Wide receiver shows motion. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. After getting nothing done on 1st down, 2nd and goal from the 6. He's looking to throw. Touchdown, Indiana! And the pummeling has started. And at this point, they're just rubbing their noses in it.
There's nothing positive to be able to take away from this. You got beat down, you move on to the next game, start working on the next opponent, this one's over.
And he got that extra point through. No slipping on the snow. It was good. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Alabama is in the unusual position of having to come from behind right now, but there's not a soul who doesn't believe the Tide can't roll back into this one. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Auburn. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. On 2nd down, just keeps firing. Got his man quickly. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. Looking for that 1st down on 3rd and short from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws for the tight end. Got his man. Gets it to the 46-yard line. 1st down for this offense. The Boilermakers come to the line with a new set of downs. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds. And the incompletion brings up a 2nd down for this offense. Trying the left side. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
Some 3rd down conversions tougher than others. This one, a long one on 3rd down from the 43. From the gun, wants to pass. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. And the Boilermakers will try to pin them back with the punt. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Final play of the quarter coming. From the gun, running back gets to give. There to make the stop, and we've played 3 in this one. Clock strikes 0 here in the quarter, and Indiana is on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive 4th quarter comeback. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Quarterback on the keeper. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll leave it with him. Gets away from one, finds room. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. They'll go right back to the run. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. Ball's at the 47. They're looking at a 3rd down and short. They'll try to run for it. That'll be enough for the 1st down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. This drive has been exclusively on the ground. Could they be setting up a shot play? Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Tried to pound it on 1st down. Now back to the line. Out of the gun, the give to the back. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. Wonder if they'll be conservative on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Buys a little time. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
I tell you what, the offense, they get the big run play, and then what are you thinking? Maybe play action, take a shot. How about the defense? They were ready to roll. Even though they gave up the run, they didn't just play the run. They were ready for the pass and got the big sack.
Now facing some adversity on this drive after the loss of 4. It's 2nd and 14. The run from the shotgun. Defense there to make the stop after a pickup of 2 to the 30. Coming to the line of scrimmage at the 30. It would be a long field goal, but they'd love to pick up a few here on 3rd and long. At the 20, he's got space. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain. Give to the running back. Oh, he left him grabbing. Brought down after a 5-yard gain down to the 7. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Knocked down after a gain of 1. They'll mark it at the 6. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down. They can pick up the 1st without scoring. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking for the score. Touchdown, Hoosiers! And the route is on. The lead keeps growing, and so do the accomplishments. Moments away from a perfect regular season at 12-0. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. He wants to pass it on 2nd down. Throws to the tight end. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit. Big 3rd down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. From the gun, wants to pass. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete. The Boilermakers will line up to punt it away. Great contact on that ball as it just hangs up in the sky. And this will be touchdown across midfield at the 45. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. How about that blocking up front in that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, David?
And the big boys up front doing their job. Opening holes, the backs making plays, everything on the ground on that first drive worked.
And we know that this is the identity this coaching staff wants for this team, right? They want to be the most physical team on the field. Let's see if they can keep it up.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Offense breaks the huddle. It's third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Quick completion on the out route. And he couldn't quite get to the marker, and that's going to bring up a fourth down. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. And now the offense will come onto the field again. Trying to start the drive with a pass. He finds his man. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He's looking to throw it. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. Let's see what they've got on second down. He's looking to throw. And the shot to the middle of the field falls to the turf. Third down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a third and long from the 27. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And he makes the catch inside the 25.
That's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work his route.
That last big play has them in business just outside the red zone. It's 1st and 10. He wants to throw. It's complete. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there. All wideouts, no backs. He got his hands on it but couldn't hold on to it. And what a time that would have been for their first pick of the game. They couldn't make the connection on second down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. He's got it on the move. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6. There's a long and storied history of great games between these two rivals, and this chapter adds another to that legacy.
Really impressed by the poise by the winning team as well here. They weren't overhyped in this game. They came out, they looked prepared, they were calm, definitely confident. And David, they were able to go out and execute well enough to get this win.
And it's hard in these rivalry games with all the emotions running so deep. Like, you sometimes get overzealous. Sometimes you get too many penalties. It's hard to rein in your emotions, but they did. They kept it in check, and now bragging rights for a whole year.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.